Hello and welcome to my Child and I channel. Stories of adults who lost their lives in their struggles to train children seem to be on the increase. I once heard of the story of a teacher who was ambushed on his way home by a group of children and he was killed in the process because he flogged one of the children during school hours. Currently in my country, there is a trending video of a 14-year-old boy. This boy was an adopted child of a woman and he got angry and ambushed that woman, pushed her down, and she lost her life. I don't know whether you are wondering with me, how come adults would conceive to support a child rightly, and midway in their efforts to support the child, something goes wrong, and either the child dies or the adult dies. I don't know whether you are wondering how such a development can be prevented. And this kind of story wouldn't just go without every adult giving a thought to what lessons there are. And that's why I actually made this video to highlight on the lessons every adult should learn from such a story. Okay, so please watch this video to the end so that you can learn with me. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, I really would appreciate if you take your time now to click on the subscribe button so that you can sustain your learning journey into children behavior guidance. I am MychildandI, a positive discipline educator who supports adults to acquire children behavior guidance skills. I will go ahead now to discuss the lessons there are from the stories of adults who lost their lives in the course of child training. The case of that teenager with his mom will be our focus. I hope we remember that the boy in question, in his confession, said he discovered that the woman was not his biological mom. And I don't know how he presented it to the woman or how he conducted himself around that time that got the woman angry. And in her anger, according to the boy, the woman asked him to leave the house. Like the woman abandoned him and said, go and look for your biological mother. The woman lost her life, and that was unfortunate, and such a thing could have been avoided. And that's why we are making this video now, to highlight the lessons to learn from the story. The first lesson is that a child is a work in progress. A child in training is someone that an adult or other adults are supporting to acquire knowledge and certain abilities. So the training is not completed yet until the child becomes an independent adult. So why every adult should learn this lesson is, if you understand it very well, a child's misbehavior or wrong behavior would not surprise you. What it would only tell you is, oh, I still have work to do in this area of this boy's life. So that particular 14-year-old boy, I don't know how he presented his discovery that the woman was not his biological mom to the woman. But for all I know, he was only a child. He was only a child. He couldn't have done it perfectly well. So the woman perceived a wrong. Another lesson I want us to learn from that story is that a child's wrong behavior is corrected. And to correct a wrong is to support the child to further develop the ability to think better and act better next time he is faced with that kind of situation. So correction is supportive and correction corrects. Okay, so that boy that whatever he did around that period, he discovered that the woman was not his biological mom. The probability was that he did some wrong things, and what he needed was a correction process, okay, to correct him so that he will acquire the ability to act more maturely and perform better next time. Another child training lesson to learn from that story is that punishment does not correct. So if it was true that he was asked to leave the house and go and look for his biological mom, that means it was an action in anger, and it was a kind of punishment. And punishment does not correct. And even when he was asked to leave the house, he didn't correct anything, and he came back worse. All right. The third lesson we need to learn is that parenting is an unending relationship of mutual interest between a child and an adult. So a parenting relationship is not a relationship that should ever end. It shouldn't ever end until the child becomes an independent adult. So what it means is that a parent is meant to always be available, to keep supporting, okay. So there is, in child training, there's nothing like asking the child to leave the house or abandoning the child on the streets for whatever reason, okay. If any adult does it, it can never make the child better. The focus on supporting the child to perform better, to be a better person, will be lost completely. So there shouldn't be any reason why any adult should abandon a child, whether the child is your biological child or your foster child or an adopted child. Okay, your commitment as an adult supporting a child should remain no matter what provocation the child gives you. Okay, no matter what challenge the child gives you, you should stand firm and you should keep supporting. And as long as you are using positive discipline, you are safe. As long as you are using children behavior guidance principles and practices, you are safe. Okay, so you encourage every adult to keep supporting. Then the last lesson to learn from that story is that children are capable of revenge. This is a reality. Every child has the capacity to revenge, and especially teenagers. So teachers and parents should know this so that you won't be too quick to go on the emotional lane of punishment. That person you are punishing is a human being and capable of bringing out evil thoughts towards you. Okay, and that is why we still say positive discipline or children behavior guidance is safer. It is safer for you as an adult, it is safer for the child. Its advantages are many. I can't list them all in this video. Okay, you need to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with your friends and relations and other adults who care for children, because together we can make the child training environment a safe place for the child as well as the adult. Thank you very much.